Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about basic to advanced formulas and references for beginners in Excel. So let's get started. But before that, if you are first time here on my channel and you didn't subscribe my channel yet, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button as I upload Excel and Power BI videos regularly on this channel. So without a delay, let's get started. I'm going to open up Excel, and here we are in Excel, and I have one table which has a department, category and 2 months of sales data. And I wanted to add here total sales of these 2 months. For that, I'm going to click on this sale and I'm going to give a title of column which is total. And as soon as I enter, you can see that the table expanded and include that column. So that is the feature of the table. Now I wanted to add these two values in this cell, and that for all rows. So for that I'm going to click on that cell and start typing by is equal to. And I'm going to type hard code numbers, which is 90,000 sales of October plus 110,000 sales of November. So I have the total here in the sales. However, if this sale value changes, then like this, then it will not reflect here on this cell. So we wanted to automate it, and for that I'm going to use Ctrl Z to get the previous value here in this sale, and I'm going to click again on this sale, and I'm going to use a sale reference. So for that I'm going to again type is equal to, and I'm going to click on this cell, so like that, and then plus, and then this cell. So you can see that there is a color coded cell reference. So this cell blue, this cell red, and that color code I can see in a formula as well. And now I'm going to enter it. So I have my sum of these two values. Now if I change here like 5,000, and then you can see here the reflection as well in the sum or the total. So that's what we wanted. So I'm going to use again Ctrl Z to get my value back, and by selecting this cell I'm now going to double click or drag to fill up all these rows here in this column. So I'm going to double click, and as you can see here, now I have all the way sum of these two values, and that's what we are looking for. So that is a formula, basic formula reference in the Excel. Now we wanted to add a total here, total of this column. For that you can go to the formulas and you can use auto sum. So like that. And now we have sum of these, where you can choose other option as well, like average. But before that, this looks something different, and that is the formatting. I want this kind of formatting. So I'm going to choose that cell, and then I'm going to use a clipboard, a group, and for this format painter logo, I'm just going to click on that, and then I'm going to use that here on this cell. And then I can see that they both are similar in a format. Now let's look at the other example of the cell reference. So I'm going to click on this next sheet where I have data here. First of all, I cannot see all the data. So for that, I'm just going to click on all selection, and I'm just double click on any column so I can see all data. Now here we have department, category, cost and sales data. So I'm just going to add another column because I wanted to add a profit column here. So sales minus cost. But before that, this is not a table, so I'm just going to create a table. So by selecting any cell from this range, and I'm going to use a Ctrl T, so that is a shortcut for to creating a table, and it already chosen all the cells in a range, and my table has a headers that is checked. So I'm going to click on OK. And now this is table. I'm going to add the new column here now. So profit and enter. And again, similarly as a previous table, it added that column here. Now I'm going to use a cell reference and I'm going to get the values here in a profit. For that is equal to sales minus cost and enter. And for all rows, I'm going to use a double click to autofill them. Now I can see some of the values like this. They are in a bracket. And why is that? That's why, because they are negative values. So positive values are showing up as usual, and the negative values are showing up in a bracket. So here you can see that my sales is only 15,000 where my cost is 30,000, and so it becomes a negative cell value, and so it's showing up in a bracket. Now I wanted to add another column which is for target sale for next month. So I'm just going to give a heading here, target sales. And what is my target sales? So this is for next month, and I wanted to give my target as 10% higher than this sales. So for that I have to write somewhere a 10%. So I'm going to choose another cell outside of the table, and where I put it 0.1, so which is my 10%. And if I click on this percentage sign on this number group from the home tab, then it shows 10%. And what is that? That is my target sales percentage. Okay, so like that I can expand this column so you can see, and that we are going to use on this column. So again I'm going to click on the first cell and I wanted to create my target sales. So for that I need to multiply this 10% to the sales and then add to the sales. So for that is equal to, I'm going to select a sales value and then plus, and then again I'm going to select sales value, multiply it by 10% and enter. So that is my new sales target for the next month, and I wanted to autofill by double clicking it, and I have my all rows filled with the target sales, and everything has that value. Now that value looks good to me because it increased from that sale. So this value compared to the target sale should be 10% higher than this. However, I can see here this is the same value as that. And why is that? When I click on this first cell, I can see in the formula that my sales, if I put it cursor here, I can clearly see that uses sales, which is right, plus sales again, which is right, multiply by this 10%, so which is perfectly fine. When I go to the next cell and when I put it cursor here, I can see that sales is right, plus sales multiply by this value, which is not right. I wanted to multiply by this value. Because Microsoft Excel uses a reference, so when you use this autofill function, it's going to use a relative reference. So we wanted to have an absolute reference to have all the cells with this value. How to do that? For that, I'm just going to click on this cell, the first one, where we have a right J18 cell. And I'm just going to put my cursor here between J18 and use F4 key. By using F4 key, it created a absolute reference by using this $sign. So now I can see that before the column name, which is column address, which is J, and I have a $sign before that. So J, and then again on the row reference I have a dollar sign. That makes absolute reference. Now if I double click here, you will see all the values will be changed in the following rows like this. So here you can see now this is 10% higher than this value, and everything is 10% higher than this value. And if you check that formula, all the rows has J18 now with the dollar sign. So guys, this is all about basic to advanced level of formulas and references for beginners. If you like the content of the video, then please comment, like, share and subscribe my channel, and thank you for watching.